Good
All
luck.
right.
Have a great show, guys.
Thank you
Love
very
it.
much, Todd. All right,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Miss Janet Belarmino. Teka muna, before I go any further, okay? I would like to talk about one of the first Southeast Asian women who has climbed the very top of the planet. This is Mount Everest. Miss Janet Belarmino. Shall I call you Miss Janet Belarmino? I know that, is that a good name for you, or?
Yeah, Janet will be fine. Belarmino-Forney is okay. Yeah.
What's Todd's last name here? Come on.
Forney, Forney.
Okay, Miss Janet Belarmino-Forney, but we'll call her Janet Belarmino. All the Filipinos know her Janet Belarmino because later on I will be interviewing Mr. Todd Forney. Saka na yun, next time around. All right. Welcome to the talk show, Miss Janet Belarmino.
Thank you, Chris. Po. Salamat, maraming salamat. Thank you very much, and congratulations on your DTok show. You know, it's very exciting to know how you've started and how it bloomed into this kind of really very epic show. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And you know what, guys, for the my audience who does not know, they are in a floating home all the way up in the southwest part of the country in Palawan. Well, we'll get into that. I hope you don't mind if I could talk to your husband soon, Mr.
Yes.
Todd. I would be very interested to talk to him because we will specifically be talking about how he built that home and what are his other plans, because I know he has done a lot already, like the barangay, which we will get into later on down the line.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you know, just to give you a brief background that I won't. You will do justice when you talk to him. Todd has sailed around the world without an engine solo for over 15 to 18 years of his life. So, you know, it's a very respectable and amazing achievement, and only a handful of people have done that.
My goodness, that's a feat. But this is the greatest feat of all. How come he got stuck in Coron with you? I mean, he was like spinning around the globe, floating on a boat on his own, and then all of a sudden, a mermaid struck his heart and said, "You have to stop right here. This is the grid of the world that you need to stop." I'm sure it's something like that. Very romantic.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you both.
Drop the anchor, and here we are. No, we're still floating, and we're still traveling, and we're still moving. Yeah.
I know. But that's very interesting. However, okay, the mother of the house. You have children, right? The mother of the house. Were you already a mom when you climbed Everest? I just need to know. This was in May 16 of 2007, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's true. We summited May 16, 2007. I gave birth to my son Himalaya, December 10, 2006. And then on March, we left for Nepal to start climbing. And so basically after 5 months after giving birth, I was on top of the world.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
The youngest mom. I'm sure you're the youngest mom on top of Everest, right? Oh my goodness, that's a feat.
I think so, yes. Yes.
You were one of the three. Huh? Were you?
Yes. Yes. You were a team.
Yeah, you were a team. You were together with Karina Dayondon, and I think Noel Wenceslao was with you.
Wenceslao, yes. And Wenceslao, yes.
Wenceslao, right? And there were three women.
Yes.
This expedition was funded, right?
Well, you know, that's really, that part is really the most challenging part of all the expedition. I think that the climb is the easiest, so to speak. You know, we started off We started off in 2004. So let me just have you as a rewind.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. So in 2004, no, latter of 2003, I got an invitation out of nowhere. No, saying like you're one of the roster or the pool that is invited to train for Everest in 2007. It's like, oh, I was very active in adventure racing then. Back then, I was triathlon and a lot of other sports like sport climbing. So I was in the community. So I got that invitation together with Noel, because Noel was really one of I think she's the only one that I really know in the team, because we were together in UP in a lot of sports, adventures and drive and boat. So we sort of like, okay, we got the same invitation and we said like, ano to? So sige, tingnan natin kung anong invitation to. So wala namang kontrata, There's no contract like, okay, once you say yes, you're in, you can never get out. So okay, and I only know few people like in a personal level on that team. But some of them, like Leo, Karina, Pastor, we only know each other because we competed against each other in the adventure race.
That's
actually,
exciting.
Kaming
That was
team.
good.
No.
All right.
Kaya the whole chemistry of the team is different kasi some are mountaineers, some are triathletes, some are ultra marathoners. So iba-iba kami. But most of us are really competing against each other sa adventure racing.
But who sponsored this? Who's crazy enough to sponsor all these people up the Everest?
Iba-iba kasi, Chris Boy. It's not. That's the challenging part, because when we compare ourselves to other countries, meron talaga silang isang sponsor na talagang one time, big time, and then all throughout the duration of from the training to the summit, isa lang yung sponsor nila. Like the Malaysian team, talagang yung government nila, yung tourism nila, they were really intact.
Yeah.
Sa atin, medyo tricky. Kasi you have to remember that this is the first
summit attempt.
Yes, and this is the first idea, and this is the first team that have conceptualized this summit attempt of Everest in the history of the Philippines, right? So wala pa talaga nakakagawa. So ang hirap niyang ibenta. Kahit yung spirit mo, what you're aiming for. It's for the spirit of the Filipino people. It's really more than the mountain. It's really to showcase how we Filipinos can get together. If we just unite, we can achieve something or more things higher than Everest. Pero the reality is it was not really accepted. It was not really parang hindi siya masyadong na-reciprocate ng passion namin in a certain level. Most of the people, ang reaction nila, magpapakamatay kayo? Ano gagawin niyo doon, lamig-lamig? Parang hindi pa nga kayo nakakita ng ice, ng yelo sa buong buhay niyo, which is true. Sa team namin, siguro, we started off 45, we were cut down to 32, 23. Siguro, dalawa lang ang nakakita ng yelo sa amin sa buong buhay nila.
Of course.
Yes, because they were able to, to travel outside the country. So, meron silang chance. Pero yung sa amin, yung 99-95% wala. As in, yung yellow lang nasa fridge, nasa ref or nasa ice plant. Yun lang ang alam namin. Wow. So, going back, yung sa sponsorship, it was very difficult kasi nga, nobody believed in us. And we were literally begging and knocking on everybody's doors. So, wala rin kaming PR noon kasi wala rin isang team. Di ba, kapag you have a team, somebody is tasked to do the marketing, tasked to do the PR, tasked to do this. Sa amin, wala kasi, wala nga kaming perang ibabayad. Yes. So, what happened is that kami sa team, we did the task. So,
Wow.
yes, parang sabihin ng expedition leader namin ni Art Valdez and other the core team, sabihin nila, okay, sige, training kayo. Kasi basically, ideally, dapat yun lang yung goal namin. Yun lang yung trabaho namin as athletes, is to train, magpalakas, di ba? To really focus on the summit and keep an optimal health condition. Kasi lang, tatawagan kami, sir, in the middle of our training. Sige, ano na kayo, mag-impake kayo and put on some nice clothes. And tara, pupunta tayo kay Sir ganito, kay Mr. X ganito, Mrs. X ganito. So, siyempre, pause na pause kami, di ba? Tapos pupunta kami sa mga
you have not even climbed yet and you're already
no!
experiencing all these adventures ahead of time.
Totoo. Tapos, siyempre, tapos we're gonna sell our ideas and syempre you have to behave in a proper way. So along the way natututo kami, 'di ba, how to be on time. Natututo kami how to write letters, natututo kami how to greet. So this at the end talagang yun din yung naging very grateful ako kasi it's part of the training na hindi mo talaga siya makukuha in school. Oo, di ba? A first-hand experience. So, anyway, so most of the time, ang nakukuha lang namin, congratulations, we really wish you good luck. But, syempre financially, ayaw nila mag-partake because it's a very risky endeavor. And
you're paying for almost during that time, I'm sure it's around $25,000 US dollars for the expedition cost. I mean, if you're doing this individually.
Yeah,
plus.
Yes, plus. I was not part of the team that's handling the money, but I know I have a little bit of knowledge. It's 70,000 US for a permit, and you have to take note as well that we have to pay 2 permits, one in Nepal and one in China.
Ganun ba yun hanggang ngayon? Is it still the same today?
Yes, it's still it really depends on your outfitter sometimes, and also yung mga.
Oh, okay. I know why, because you came down. You have to come down on the southeast ridge on your way down.
Yes.
Okay, so
we climb up in north.
That's the reason why you have to get 2 permits.
And,
all right.
yes.
Because if you're coming down from the summit all the way to ABC, that's the northern. That's China. That's Tibet, right?
Yes. So we have to. It's totally different permits and totally different government. So we have to pay 2 permits.
Yeah, understand that.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Well, during that time, siguro mga ano pa lang, I think about 2,000 people have summited in 2007, but now it's now voluminous na 4,000 plus people and counting, except for this pandemic. Without the pandemic, there would have been more going up. Have you experienced that long line on your way down? I mean, on your way up, I'm sure that the north face was not that crowded, unlike the southeastern part, the Nepal side.
Yeah, well, yes. I would say lesser people attempt in the north side, but it really depends on the season. But about the long line, yes, we have encountered long lines, but not as like the previous years that I've seen on the internet. Talagang ano yan, no?
I'm just wondering about your Sherpas. So you have Sherpas. These are Tibetan Sherpas because you're coming in from the northern side, right? Are they the same Sherpas that brought you guys down on the Nepal side?
Yeah. Yes. Actually, having the traverse is really a logistical nightmare because you have to have a logistic support on the north side and on the south side. So we have our Sherpas. So what happened? We have to set up camps on the north side, and then we have to set up camps as well on the south side. So we have camps that that we can camp into when we're descending on the other side. But what makes this very difficult is the weather system. So magkaiba yung weather system ng north at sa south. Nagpapakita yung window. The window shows on the north side on an earlier time than the south side. Kaya when we ascended and climbed from the north side, nakasummit na kami. When we were descending on the south side, there was a part from the summit and all throughout a little bit before Hillary's Step, walang rope. Because the Sherpas that are assigned to fix the line on the south side was not there yet. Kasi nga yung weather was not permitting them to do so. So talagang kapit ako sa Sherpa. So to answer your question, if it's the same Sherpa, yes, we have a team. We have a team that it's not the same Sherpa, but it's the same team. So na-task na sila. So for example, we started maybe 10 Sherpas siguro. So 4 of them were tasked in the south side, nag-aantay na lang doon, and then the others went with us on the north side. And then the communication was really very difficult kasi yung signal, and of course you have to make sure that they align lahat ng camp mo, yung pag-attempt, yung pagbaba, pagsalubong, kailangan naka-align lahat yun. So talagang very challenging siya. But I think one of the blessing in disguise that time is 2007. On the Chinese side, the Chinese team was practicing for the Beijing Olympics. So what they did is they had armies and armies of battalions and battalions of athletes or soldiers that are trying to train because akyat nila yung akyat nila yung torch dun sa summit. So while they were doing that, meron silang satellite. So nakakakuha kami ng signal.
Right. Okay. Wow.
So medyo in a way, yes. So medyo in a way, it helped. It helped really.
Good. Of course, you would not attempt that without oxygen. So did you bring 2 bottles of oxygen with you? Is that your standard?
No, I have one. Yes, I have one, and then my Sherpa has one, and then we have a stash somewhere in between camps, and meron silang mga stash na ang kami lang nakakaalaman, Sherpa ko lang nakakaalam, and
right.
I think it's a standard, it's the way it's
reserved.
Normal. Yeah, it's a normal way to do things. Kasi nga you're trying to survive, and you have to make sure that everything is there for you if you need it, just in case you need it. Yes.
Hindsight, because there were people who climbed and never came down. They have summited, but they have unfortunately met disaster because of weather changes, and of course your strength. You as a Filipina climber, how difficult was the climb for you? I mean, it was good weather, right? Can I make this premise? On a good weather and with the right training, summiting from the north side can be difficult but achievable. Is that a good predicate?
Both sides, yes. What differentiates north from the south is that the gain of altitude is more rapid. Kasi mas matarik siya. The way it was, the terrain, it's more rocky and mas
the south side.
No, in the north side.
The north side, yeah.
On the north side. So that's why there's an infamous
the second step. The second step.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember the second step, right? Oh, okay.
So ang niya, mas technical yung terrain niya compared to south side. In the south side, what I find more difficult is that it's long. gradual but long. Like
And the combo, right?
oh yes,
The combo is
the
really
mouse
difficult.
trap.
But my question basically
Yeah.
is more or less a stamina and a human ability to be able to push oneself on the top. I mean, on a good weather,
Mhm.
right? A human being can climb it with the proper training.
Yes, of course.
You've proven it, right? However, without proper training and a bad weather, would anyone of you have turned back if the Sherpa said, let's go back because the weather is not permitting us to pursue? Would you come back down and not summit with all those efforts that you've done in the ground? I mean, all the way back since 2004.
You know, I believe so. Personally, I would have done that.
You would have turned around.
Yes, if the elements are not permitting me, and of course my stamina. Crystal, remember I just gave birth, and
No.
Among the team, ako yung pinaka
Vulnerable.
say kissing the line, kissing the edge,
Vulnerable, yeah,
diba?
yeah.
So physically, I was like really like low, but this is what I told my doctor, Doc Tedesguerra, and of course the whole team. I said, I don't want to be a liability. This is a team effort. So, Doc, if test me out, right? My physical, everything, the way they usually you test out. And if you think my vital signs are not ready, are not good enough, don't let me go. I don't want to be a liability. I want this team to progress. Of course, deep in my heart, talagang, oh my God, sayang, or I will, I'm not gonna be wishy-washy here na hindi ako mag-regret. I will regret that, of course, but you have to be a bigger man or woman than that. You're talking about the team. You're talking about not for yourself, and that's basically the message of this whole expedition. This why we did this is because this is more than self-glorification. This is something that we want to send out a message, a bigger message to the Filipinos, that if we work together as a team, regardless of what your personal intentions are, then you can achieve something more than something that's impossible.
Yes.
So going back, yes, mahina ako physically, but I think sabi nga ni Doc, I have a son already that time. So I think mentally I was more determined to go back home alive.
Correct.
And
you would have turned around if the Sherpa said, let's go.
Oh, yes.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
But it is very difficult. Yes, I know it's very difficult. Like all the time, blood, sweat, effort.
I would, based on all my interviews and all my readings and research, what differentiates a good ocean person, a good mountain person, is when they can listen and respect the sea and the mountain. Okay, so tell me the lineup. Who went up there first? Who got there second? It doesn't really matter, but how was the feeling when you got there? You have to tell me the last 100 meters of that of that treacherous mountain top. But you are a motivational speaker. Describe to me what you are doing.
And we're now doing our small family-run business of expedition in Northern Palawan, island boat expedition in Northern Palawan, and also expeditions in the Himalayas. And aside from that, as you said, I'm also a motivational speaker. I think what I believe on is that all these stories, all this journey, and all these lessons that I learned in life and still learning will not be it doesn't mean anything if I don't share it. And it's not like I'm gonna tell you what to do. It's just that I'm gonna share what I have went through, I have experienced, because as you said, the mountains is not really about the mountains per se. It's not about the physical mountain. It is the everyday Everest that we go through, that we have to climb.